What's pop-locking, you beautiful people? It is your boy, the Vaslap. It is another episode of Vuvuzela Victory Challenge. It is the semi-finals or semi-finals for my American friends out there of the Europa Conference League. We're going back to Romania for this one. Today, I guarantee you, there will be 3 games. There will be 3 games. It'll be 2 Conference League games, possibly a cup final, or if it gets rescheduled, it'll be a Conference League game or a league game. I've decided we are going to do 3 games this episode. Whether you like it or not, it's happening. For now, though, hit like, subscribe, tell your parents, grandparents, lovers, and haters. Let's get into the game. And here we are in the game. Like I said, there will be at least 3 games in this one. We've got the 2 UEFA Conference League games. If the cup final doesn't get postponed again because of the finals of the Conference League, we will do that one. And then the next episode, we will do Genk at home and then the Conference League finals. If we don't make it to the finals, we are definitely doing the Genk game. And then we're going to go towards the end of the season, the last 2 games. We're going to play off camera and see how we end off the season. So either way, it's either going to be the last episode of the season or next season, it will be the last episode. But we are having 3 games guaranteed. Like I said, we are going back to Romania for this one. We are taking on Universitatea Craiova. They finished second in the first leg of the Superliga. They have 3 more games to go in the second part, where they are currently first in that one. So they are a very good team. They are a team that we need to beat. In terms of the Conference League, they didn't go all the way. They had to go through the knockout playoffs where they knocked out SK Rapid, who finished second, by the way, in the Conference League. So shout outs to them for knocking them out. They then knocked out Ludogorets as well in the round of 16. In the quarterfinals, they took on tournament favorites Hajduk Split. And now they're taking on us in the semi-final. The other semi-final is AEK Athens and Nice in that one. So that's one to look forward to. In terms of our team, this is how we're starting. Posega in goals, Kadira and Mbongo. Jakil comes in there after Marcipar decided to break, I don't want to say break his hamstring, get a hamstring strain and is out for 2 weeks on that one. Herman also injured, which means Muse, our third choice goalkeeper, gets onto the bench. And Massart gets onto the bench as well. In the midfield, Jan Sharon, Basten, Zankovic, Grania, Jorge Enrique, and Spitels all up front. Let's get into the game. We're looking forward to it. All right, kickoff is underway. We're going to do it like we did the previous Braga games. We're going to do them sort of just main highlights and skip the in-between stuff. Incidentally, though, both of us knocked out tournament favorites. They knocked out Hajduk Split. We knocked out Braga in the quarterfinals. We are obviously considered the underdogs going into the final. Both of us, whoever goes into it, will definitely be the underdogs against AEK or, in fact, Nice, whoever wins that game. We've got the first highlight in here after me talking a little bit too much. It goes to the back post. Grania will clear it. Not as far as Bastenu. And his shot goes over the top. And the highlight is going to continue from the goal kick. Hopefully we can mount something from this goal kick. I'd obviously like to start off on the positive foot. We have had a very good home record in the Conference League. Grania has had a very good goal-scoring record at home in the Conference League. That's another one to his name. That's his 3rd goal in 2 games. Christian Grania. What an assist from Van Alst, though. What a deep ball. Very direct, over the top. Grania, I think, played a dummy run on to confuse the Malagas there. And what a finish. It's 1-0, and that's a great little start for us. And a great time for Grania to finally hit some form. Pusten with the free kick. A little bit far for him to go direct and almost sneaked it in there. Nikima had to make a great little save there to prevent Pusten from scoring a direct free kick. Resulting corner, Zarkovic, though, looking in the near post. Spitels' shot goes over the top. That was never going to bother the goalkeeper's net. It was always rising. There is a highlight, though, from the goal kick. Last time we had a highlight from a goal kick, we scored a goal. Now it's their turn to try and bring it forward, and they're going the same route as we went on the left-hand side, except they've given the ball away to Spitels. Doesn't really have anyone in the box to help him. They're arriving now, though. He's going it alone. Goes back to Busten. Arn Busten, the 37th best next-gen top 50. That's how you do it. What a finish from the youngster. I feel like next season it's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle to try and keep Arn Busten and Spitels, I think, in the first team. Jorge Enrique as well, who is a good goal striker. Just a bit of a goal drought at the moment, but I feel like he will find his feet. I feel like he will. We've got another highlight coming in now. Ian Sharon gives the ball away, but not as far as Mbongo from their clearance. Mbongo runs all the way down to the byline, brings it back for Kaduri, cuts inside to Spitels. Mbongo, Kaduri goes for the shot. Enrique maybe should have done better there. You know what I'm going to do, though? It's not going to be a huge little swap. Just swap those two around. There's a... just to see how things work. Maybe him playing on the right. Maybe that helps. I don't know. Well, we've got another highlight as soon as I made that change. Grania now bringing it forward to Busten. The change has gone through, so Enrique and Spitels will change sides. Spitels playing more on his favorable left side. Goes across to Spitels. Takes the chance. Oh, my goodness. Woo! What a goal. What an absolute beaut of a goal. Kaduri brings it into Grania, lays it nicely to Spitels, touched it, and oh my goodness. Whew. What a finish from Spitels. What an absolute gold mine of a goal from Spitels. That's what you love to see. 3-0 up before halftime. We've been chef kiss good. We really have. You know what? I'm happy. We don't need to change anything. We'll keep this. We'll keep it as it is. Let's go to the second half. We have a corner. Jorge Enrique steps up over the corner, looking for Mbongo on the near post. Couldn't find him. He finds the ball back to Zarkovic. Takes the shot. It's bounced a bit around, and that's the fourth goal. It is the second goal for Busten. 4-0. I think we can say we are comfortably going into the second leg with a huge advantage. And I don't want to say it too. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Jose Enrique gets the assist there, by the way, and that is a beautiful little finish from Busten. Busten has been sent off. There was an elbow to the head, apparently. And this is not good, because in this tactic, we can't afford a midfielder to be sent off. So you know what I am going to do? I'm going to switch to this one, and unfortunately we're going to have to sacrifice Jorge Enrique unless we can stick to this tactic and just play one striker. Yeah, I think that is going to be the right way to do it. We'll just play as one striker, one attacking midfielder like that. Jorge Enrique will still be sacrificed, though. We will bring in Blazek to play there. A red card is not good, but we don't need to change too much. Luckily, we've proven that we can play well with 10 men. In fact, we've won a game where we were drawing 0-0 and we still ended up winning the game 2-0 with 10 men. Van Alst got sent off in that one last time, if I remember correctly. We're using this home tactic as well, so slightly changed variant of it, but it's still going to be enough. We're going into the fourth highlight of the game of the second half. I'm not sure what I wanted to say there, but we need to try and hold on. I kind of want a 4-0 lead going into the second leg, because we're not going to have our star attacking midfielder going into that one. And Bascanu has pulled one back for the visitors, making it 4-1. We still have a 3-goal advantage going into that leg, so I mean, it's not ideal. I'm not sure what Kaduri was doing there. But, you know what? It's a goal, and I'm going to make some swaps. I think it is important that we're going to make some swaps. Zarkovic is looking a little bit tired out there. He's not actually. Grania is looking super tired. I'm going to take off Grania, then I'm going to bring in Already. I think that's a decent enough swap. Jakil is looking super not good there. We're going to go with Kier. I have actually had to Google how to say his name because I thought it was just Cure, but it's actually Care. Yeah, so Gabriel Care is how you say his name. He is a very good defender. I have a little bit of trust in him, 17-year-old. I think I'll make those two subs. The rest have actually played quite well. We don't really need to change too much. Obviously, the red card is not playing well in our side. But if we can hold on for the next 10 minutes, we should be good. All right, with about just under 3 minutes left to play of the game. We got in stoppage time at the moment. Van Alst has the ball. Our 10-man team is still pressing, and we haven't changed the mentality. I know a lot of suggestions from my system manager to change mentality to defense. I don't think we need to. That was a little bit of a pointless highlight, but I am back to talk that we have won the game. We are going into the next leg with a 3-goal advantage. Iconese drew 1-1. We are not going to have our star midfielder in that game. He is decided to get sent off, which I think means he will miss the final, because I think it was a direct red card, which is not good. If he's telling him banned for 1 match. Okay, I just saw it there. Banned for 1 match. That is fantastic. Fantastic news. Right, we've got the Raoul La Louvre game off camera. We're coming back for that one. We're not coming back for that. We'll be coming back for the next leg in a week's time. We'll play the Raoul game off camera for you guys. We'll see you back for the final semi-final leg. Well, we are back, and I was handed some terrible news. Aaron Buston has been handed a further 3-match suspension, which means he will miss this next game, and he will miss the finals as well as next season's first European game, which is not ideal. I have appealed it, so hopefully we can get something. In terms of the league, if any hope of finishing in the top 4 is absolutely squandered, we somehow lost 3-1 to Raoul La Louvre, and I don't really understand how we managed to lose to them at all, because they were sitting in 12th place where we took them on, and somehow they beat us 3-1, which does mean now we are well off the pace of 2nd place. So no Champions League football for us next season. There is still the possibility of Europa League. By winning either the Conference or the Corky Cup, we can get Europa qualifiers at least. But I think if we win the Conference League, we go automatically into the Europa League phase. I actually don't know. Because, I mean, if we can get in the Europa League phase automatically, let's go here. Match rules. Final. Continent qualify. Winners qualify for the Europa League phase. So that's a bit of more of an incentive for us to win the whole damn thing. We've got to get past the Romanian team in Universitatea. We are winning 4-1. We do have a slight little problem in terms of how we are lining up. Obviously, it's away. We're going to switch to away tactic. We don't have Busten in goals. Not in goals. Sorry, we don't have Busten playing. We do have Kebe, who will come in there for Jalkin, and Blazek, who can come in there. So we luckily brought in the replacements that we had. Is Master fit enough to just be on the bench? I'm probably not going to use him. He's 3 days away. I am going to go back with Jacquil instead of Kier. Kier didn't play well against Raoul. I thought I'll try him out. We took him off halfway through. Kaduri is not 100% fit, but I am going to risk him for this one. The rest of the team is pretty much going to be the same. Basenga in goals, Kadira, Mbongo, Jacquil, Ferrari, Yin Sharon, Bastek, Kabe, Zarkovic, Grania, and Spitals up front. I want to try and get Spitals up to 30 goals this season. He's 6 away. Feel like he can do it. Enrique has not really performed, and interestingly, he had some interest in him. It was a Brazilian team that was interested in him, but I only let him go for the fee of 18.75. I won't let him leave anywhere else because he's relatively cheap on contract at 2.5, less than Spitals. And as a backup striker, I don't think he's a bad option to have. The other one that I probably will let go is Clement Mugen. Hasn't really performed. Valued at 2.2 million is what we've allowed him to go for. That is his minimum release clause. We are paying a lot of money to have what essentially is a bit of an average striker. Bought him from Italy, from Milan. Had a very good season at Milan's B team. And for us, just hasn't clicked. Just hasn't clicked at all. Finishing off 16, you feel like he should be banging in the goals. But he's not. Anyway, let's go to the game. Right, so about a minute and a half in, we're getting the first proper highlight. A long ball given away by us, and it's put us a little bit on the back foot at the moment. Like I said, we are 3 goals up. That was a good tackle from Mbongo. We are 3 goals up. Another goal here would easily calm my nerves. Grania, who's been on great goal-scoring form, just smashed the upright, or the crossbar rather. You honestly would have bet that he would have scored that goal. He looked like he's on goal-scoring form, and a shot like that, the amount of options he's had, and chances he's had like that, and put them away. I mean, that is, you would have bet he won that one. You would have bet he would have scored that. Blasček brings it back to Grania, who gets a clearance. His first touch wasn't great, and they're going to keep this in play, and we're a little bit on the back foot now. Grania has gotten back to help with the defense, while the rest of the defenders are getting back into the position. They've pulled it back across. Kutek, Mikescu, Ninancic takes the shot, hits the crossbar. Hamusik is there for the reply. 4-2 on aggregate to us, 1-0 on the day. This makes me a little bit nervous because there's still a lot of football to play. Ninanci's shot hits the crossbar, falls straight to Hamusik. Of course, this time the bug doesn't set up and no one reacts. He reacts because it's, you know, against us, obviously, because that always happens. And now they're on the attack again. Himbari goes across to Sotek. Malagas finds their goal scorer in Hamusik. Sham. Hamusik is running past the defense easily. And look how much space he's been given. Sham on the edge of the box. Sham takes the ball to Balasia. And now we need to panic a little bit, because we only have a 1-goal advantage, and they've just scored 2 goals in less than 5 minutes. Oh, this is not good. What was our defense thinking there? That was Jaquel, just didn't close Balasic. He had lunged before they even got the ball. That was questionable defense. All right, so halftime, we've somehow managed to stay within touching reach here. I am going to change the tactic. I know it's not ideal, but I am going to this one. Kebe has not been playing great today, and I just feel like we need a little extra oomph. Enrique will come in there. We'll swap Spitals and Enrique around. 6:22. That is shocking. That is absolutely shocking. Shout at the players. They need to do better. We're going to switch it up. Bring on a striker at halftime. I don't do this swap often, but I feel like in this situation we need it. We definitely need it. Right, 62 minutes in. We are still 2-0 down. We are still leading though on aggregate. I'm going to make some sort. Grania is absolutely run his course. He is hurting hard. Alradi is going to come in there. Kaduri is basically finished. So we're going to bring on Neeson to come in there. And then elsewhere, Zakovic, a 6'15", is absolutely shocking. Lehman's come in there. And you know what? Jaquel on a 6'11" is absolutely horrible. We're going to bring on Kier to come in there. He's actually a better centre-back. So hopefully these changes bring a goal for us, because I could do with a 2-goal cushion again. They've got a corner. 73 minutes in. A goal here would absolutely devastate me. We've won it back nicely. Lehman's goes all the way back to Bosenga. It doesn't clear well, but Lehman's will pick this up nicely. He's going to switch the play to Spitals. Can't find him. Somehow it's fallen through. Surely he's offside, right? I don't think he's offside. Not offside. It's 4-4 in aggregate. How have we faltered so badly? This is a kickoff highlight. This is absolutely just horrible to watch. How have we faltered a 3-goal cushion? Neeson to Enrique, and that's the shots it gives me. Enrique, I brought you in to score goals, not to do that. Right, 30 seconds left of the half. Leymans takes a shot and Kema makes an easy save. There's 10 seconds left of this half. I think this is going to be the final highlight. Unless they make an absolutely monumental mistake and give the ball away and we somehow score, or they shoot it all the way to the other side and score. If they don't, it is going to be the end of the half. We are going to extra time. I am absolutely livid with these players. Don't really have anyone to bring on for any of the tired players, so they're going to have to just fight it out. Neeson to Leymans. And we need a victory. Well, the first half of extra time has come and gone. Second half is starting now. 20 seconds left. They've got the ball in our half. Leymans brings it back, though. Blaszczak loses out. What is Blaszczak doing there? You're putting us under pressure. Blaszczak wins it back. Just blow the final whistle, ref. There's no reason to continue with life. We're going to penalties. I missed the first penalty, trying to organize it. Jose Enrique scored his penalty. We are 1-0 up. We are taking the first penalty, which I don't really like taking the first penalty because it adds so much more pressure on us. Balasa for them. Bosega has a good penalty kick saving record. Not on this occasion. It is 1-1. Oh, I'm very, very, very nervous, guys. I'm very, very nervous. Right, Yin Sharon against Nikema. Sharon takes it and smashes it into the back of the net. It's 2. Kovasi for them. Bosega guessed right, but not enough on the jump. It is going to be 2-2, and that was a very good penalty. It really, really was. Spatels steps up for us. Steps up. Our regular penalty kick taker goes straight, and he missed it. The keeper made an easy save. He was the one player I had the most confident in penalties, and he's managed to save it. Oh, the pressure's all now on Bosega. Georgeshi. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Easily slots it home. Oh, the pressure's all on us now. Leymans steps up. He's our best penalty kick taker on paper. Best composure on paper. He needs to score this, and he does. Easily slots that home. I think he even toe-poked that into the back of the net. All right, Bosega, let's hope for a miracle. We need a save. We need a save. Sham sets up for more. Cham steps up for them. Come on, Bosega. Ah, it's all fallen down to Blaszczak. He has the best composure out of anyone in the team. And he scores. He scores. Fantastic. Whew, that is great. Harangi takes steps up. Bosega needs to make a save. I thought he had it. I thought he had it. Can't believe we gave up a 3-0 lead. Let's get to the cup game. I'm absolutely devastated. Right, guys, we've got the Corky Cup final, the final video game of the video. We're taking on Genk. We did beat Charleroi basically on a bounce back of 3-2 in the league with 2 games left. We're 3 points behind third place. What? 7 points behind Genk in second place. We do play Genk in one of the 2 games, so there's no way we're catching them because there's only 2 games left. So, yeah, I think in terms of the video, we're going to have the Corky Cup. Hopefully it ends up on a high. We'll go to the end of the season. We'll play the last 2 games, have a quick season review, and then next episode jump into a transfer special. In terms of the match, this is the team that I used against Charleroi. I'm going to stick to the same tactic. I'm going to use the home tactic against Genk. I feel like it's a bit more defensively better than the away tactic. We don't have Kaduri, of course. He is naturally suspended for this one. Zakovic is out for the rest of the season, so Leymans will come in there. Our left back, we had Cure playing because Van Alst was suspended and Ferrari was injured. So Van Alst can come back in there. Ferrari can come onto the bench. The rest of the team is going to be as it stands, as it is. We've got Bosega in goals, Neeson, Bongo, Marcipan, Van Alst, Jan Schuren, Buston, Leymans, Grania, Jorge Enrique and Spitels. Jorge Enrique, by the way, got sent off in the Charlie game after assisting the first goal. We then went 2-1 down, and somehow Spitels stepped up and scored 2 goals to get us back into that and win the game 3-2. Anyway, I see Ian, Sharon, and Grania are looking a little bit tired. I'm going to use them for this game. We'll rest them for the last 2 games. Let's get into the Corky Cup final. Right, we're underway. This is a big game for us. This will probably be the game that determines if we get into Europe again next season. If we don't win this, don't think we can get a top 4 finish. I really don't think. I think our last 2 games are going to be I think they're easy. Well, Genk is a tough game, but the last game, Beerschot, they beat us last time, and we need to win both those games to get into there. Like I said, we are 3 points behind. We've got to hope that either Anderlecht and Standard Liège both lose at least one of their games. We do have a better goal difference than them, but I think this is our last chance at getting European football. So we need to win the Corky Cup, I think is imperative. Although, I just realized if Genk wins it, 5th place gets Europa Conference League spot. So then we got to finish 5th. There is a team that's 4 points behind us, so we need to win it. That is it. Right, we've got our first highlight in the half. 43 minutes in. Jorge Enrique with the corner, looking for Marcipa. It's a goal. That's exactly how we scored our first goal against Charleroi, by the way, in the 2nd minute. A corner from Jorge Enrique, a header from Marcipa. 1-0 just before half-time is exactly what we wanted. A beautiful little header from the tall centre-back. Ah, chef kiss, good header. Chef kiss, good header. Half-time, it is 1-0 to us. Looking good. I'm not going to change anything. I am going to tell the team that, you know, we need more possession. I think we do need to get them fired up, and that has worked. Hopefully, the next 45 minutes will end with us being champions this time. Well, if you turned into this game to expect some action, you'll be sorely mistaken. Nothing much has happened in the game. We are going to make some swaps. Blasek will come in for Jan Sharon there. Elsewhere, Grania is pretty much a run. He scores already. Will come in there. Leemans isn't playing great. I don't have Herman on the bench, so he is going to sit out. Just, you know, do your best what you can do. Spitels hasn't been playing great today. I'm going to switch those 2 around, though. We'll give him a little bit more time. I don't trust Mugen to come in and score goals, so Spitels will just have to sit out. Maybe I'll give Mugen the last 10 minutes if Spitels doesn't get better. Right, we've got about 10 minutes left, although 11 minutes ago. Van Aalst has picked up an injury in this one. Ferrari will come in there. And you know what? I am going to take off Spitels. I am going to give Mugen the last 10 minutes or so. Busten and Leemans looking a little bit tired. I do have Kebe on the bench for Busten. You know what? I'm going to leave Busten out. I'm going to leave Busten out there. We've been playing well. There hasn't been a highlight in the second half, though, so I'll take this. Doesn't matter how you win them, as long as you win them all, you know? And with 2 minutes left on the clock, we are still leading 1-0. 1 minute of regular time. They have not done anything. We've got 3 minutes of stoppages. I'm just going to talk through this one. We're watching that clock go down. 30 seconds left. It's done. We've won the Corky Cup, finally. We've won a trophy with Antwerp. In fact, we've won a trophy first time with Antwerp. There we go. It's my 2nd ever trophy, by the way, as a manager. Of course, we won the Connor K. We won the Welsh Cup with the league with that one. And now we get to win the Corky Cup. Well, it's actually we won the Welsh Cup. That's what we won. And there we go. Corky Cup goes up, and beyond. There we go. Champions of the Corky Cup. That's a spot in Europe secured for next season. Absolutely love it. In the Europa League. No, I think it's Europa League qualifiers we get into, or automatically into the Conference League playoff. I'll have to just double check what we get. But we're into Europe. That is exactly what we wanted. 44 minutes. The only highlight we actually had of the whole entire game, by the way, was the goal. The gods knew that my video was going to be long because of that penalty shootout, so they thought we'll make this game a little bit less highlights for you guys. With that being all said and done, I'm going to get to the end of the season. I'm going to quickly have a check, though. Do we qualify for Conference League or Europa League? That's what I need to just double check. And try to qualify for Europa League. There we go. We will enter the competition at the playoff. So there we go. We are going into the playoffs. So we're not 100% in the league. But hopefully this time, second time we're going to the Europa League playoffs, we can go through to the league. They've set my board budgets, by the way. Please tell me I have a transfer budget. They've taken away more money from my transfer budget. How is it negative 4.75? How is it negative 4.75? I had managed to get it down to just negative 2 million, and now they've increased it to negative 4.75. I hate this board. We won't be able to sign anyone again. And I'm losing a few players. Go to the end of the season, see what happens. Right, guys, we're at the end of the season. As we go into the final games of the season. This is the lower league. Let's go one up. The Jupiler Pro League. Charleroi and RW Molenbeek are going down. We finished in 5th on goal difference to Anderlecht. In the end, their 4 goal difference above us is better. We did finish 6 points ahead of Zulte Waregem. So we do finish in 5th. We do still get a European spot because we won the Corky Cup. The fact of the matter is, though, and I haven't planned out a squad for next season, the fact that we got negative 4.75 in terms of transfers, in terms of our financing, which is really just a big slap in the face, to be completely honest. Like, I really thought the board was going to try and invest something. The fact that we're 7.6 million in the positive and they can't give me any form of budget is just absolutely ridiculous, which means we are going to have to sell players. It also has come up the idea that maybe it's time to move on clubs, and I'm willing to move if the right club comes in. So ideally Serie A, La Liga, Bundesliga or Premier League position is what I'm really looking at. I think that is this next step up. Ligue 1, unless it's PSG, I don't see me really doing much else in Ligue 1. But if we can get like a good mid-table Premier League team or a good mid-table La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga team, it could be an option. Having a look at these teams like Freiburg, they're getting relegated, so it really doesn't help our situation. I mean, they are relegated. I don't want to go to a lower division than that. I feel like we are good enough to be in top flight football in one of the top 5 leagues. Considering if we look at the rankings, the Belgian league is 8th best. So Eredivisie, La Liga, and League Portugal and Ligue 1 are, I mean, we're impressive. We're not excellent. So maybe, I don't know. I think we'll keep an eye on it during the transfer special. But in terms of the team, I feel like we are going to have to make some big sales just to try and actually bring in some players. So we know Bosinga is going to go. That's only about 80,000, which isn't great because his value dropped tremendously because his contract's expiring this season. So he's going for free. And also Nielsen is going for free as well. Oh, you know, he's signed a new contract at the end of the season. So he is going to try. Didn't Bosinga also sign a new contract at the end of the season? I feel like we got him. We signed him a new contract. I almost feel like we have. It doesn't say if they've signed a potential contract, but I know he has, definitely. I think Bosinga was a new contract as well, but hopefully that increases his value. In terms of the big money, guys, I think we might need to cash in on Jorge Enrique's release clause. Then I don't really want to sell him. If we can sell Jorge Enrique, and maybe, unfortunately, you can get 2.2 million for Clement Mugen, that will hopefully generate enough money to try and get out of that 4 million debt. I have asked the board again to try and increase the transfer revenue at least, so we can retain more than 30%. But there's a few other guys on this list that we could potentially sell off, as well as an under 90, not under 19s, our B team. And where's our B team? There's a few players in our B team that we could potentially try and cash in, and although, to be honest, their values aren't great. So I feel like where we are currently, I'm probably going to be here for another season. But if a big club, you know, we're looking at the things, if you look at clubs that are insecure, someone like Brighton wouldn't be a bad option to go to. Celta Vigo wouldn't be a bad option either. In the La Liga, Bologna wouldn't be a bad, although they're getting relegated, so maybe they are a bad one. Bergamo, that's Atlanta. I need to change that name, so if I do move to the Serie A. Atlanta wouldn't be one. Milan is insecure. I mean, Ange Postecoglou. So yeah, there is some options. Torino, Udinese is there. Dusseldorf they got relegated. So there is some options. PSG is insecure. So who knows what happens? We'll be back though for a transfer special, probably in June, when the job offers come open and people get sacked. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. We'll come back when you see us. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Heartache and triumph in one video. Absolutely fantastic to see. Join us for the transfer special on the next episode. Your boy, the Vaslap, is out of here for now. Peace. Chicken grease.